Okay, so I decided to go for a hike this morning. I ended up having to just go for a walk throughout the city because the one park that I can hike in the city that I'm currently in, Valdosta, Georgia, is closed. I think the boardwalk was flooded out due to the hurricane and it hasn't been repaired yet, so you can't get to the trails. I decided to come and walk through the university, Valdosta State University. I've already walked for about 20 minutes. When I left this morning, it was 36 degrees outside. Right now, I think it's 41 degrees and I am super warm. Okay, with the exception of the top of my head. But I'm gonna show you guys what I put on this morning. Hold on. Okay, so I found a stairwell. First, I have my Omni Heat coat on. This is a Columbia and it has like Omni Heat, I don't know, liner in it, which it just keeps the heat inside. I also have a London sweatshirt on and my Georgia Bulldogs shirt. So 3 layers on the top. And then, let me move it down. My sweatpants have this liner in it, which is super warm. I have my wool socks on and then another pair of socks under that. And then I have my winter hiking boots on. Again, I expected to be on the trail this morning, not walking through the city. But these are super comfortable and they have a lot of insulation. I'm warm, for sure. The only thing, I'm leaving my hat. My crown is a little cold, but I just have a regular cap. I didn't bring a winter hat or anything. I figured this would be good. I just have to put it on. But yeah, I'm warm, layers. And I'm cold-blooded. Like, I tend to call myself cold-blooded because I struggle with staying warm, keeping my body warm. And so I was like, what am I thinking? But I'm really trying to stick to my own goals, right? Like, one of my goals for 2025 is to get back into hiking on a regular basis. Last year, I think I did maybe 3 hikes all year, and that is just not like me. So this year, the goal is at least 2 hikes a month. I'm not really counting this since I'm just really going for a walk in the city. But this was a good test. If I just wear something like this, even if I go on the trail, I should be fine. All right, so if you've never been to Valdosta State University, the grounds are actually nice. They have this bridge to cross one of the main roads in the city. If you know me, then you know that I have this slight obsession with walking bridges. I'm always amazed by them. I prefer wooden bridges to cross, but this will do. I'll just take you guys along with me. And it's a pretty steep hill to walk up. So while yes, I am just walking through this city, it's still a bit of a workout. Especially since it's so cold. I don't know if you guys check the weather, but if you live down south, we're not used to this. Tomorrow low is gonna be 26, I believe. And then the day after that, the low is gonna be 30. I don't think it's gonna hit a high. The highest low will go over like 40 until next week sometime, which is really cold for us. So I was able to get my hat on and it really helped just to contain some heat in the body. But being out in the cold like this can be good for your body, especially if it's something that you don't do that often. You don't have to go for a long walk like I'm going for. I'll probably be out here for at least an hour, hour and a half walking. But just really going outside for 5 minutes or so around your home or apartment is beneficial. because sometimes we do have to shock our nervous system. This is a good way to shock the nervous system without having to go to a spa or trying to do like a cold plunge. These shocks to the nervous system helps with your immunity. It also helps with managing stress in your body. It helps to release that stuck stress in your body. And I don't know about you guys, but the winter time tends to be way more stressful for me than the rest of the year. I would say for me, springtime is probably the least stressful time of year, and winter is the most stressful time of year. And a lot of researchers do say like it comes from the holidays, the stress of having to buy gifts or be around family. And then this year we also had a major election. There's also just a lot of things that's going on in the world. And so globally there's stressors, but then you also have you know, like your family stressors. Today was the first day back at school for my kids. I don't know about everyone else. I'm sure most of the kids are going back one day this week. And so if your kids are anything like mine and they've been home for the last 2.5 weeks on holiday break, then you probably don't have any food left in your house. Because I don't know about your kids, but my kids think like, I don't know, like they're infants and they're supposed to eat like every 2 hours like babies. And I was like, if you don't get out of my kitchen. So yeah, today is the first day of an empty house in my home. So that's nice. All right, I officially been out here for over an hour and my core is still very warm. My fingers are a little cold, but nothing else is bothering me. I get really concerned about my feet because I feel like once my feet get cold, there's no warming them back up until I'm able to get back into a warm environment. But these socks are doing the trick. Warm feet. Really the only thing that's bothering me are my hands, and it's just my fingers. So there used to be so many trees and bushes in this area, and they're mostly gone. It's kind of sad. Walking this trail, it used to just be lined with trees. Really sad. And all of that is probably from the hurricane. We still have some roses hanging on. Even in this extremely cold weather. They're so pretty. Okay, but like I was saying, this cold air is so good on stress levels, because when that cold hits your body, especially if you don't have on as many layers as I have, it helps to release some endorphins, and that's like a feel-good chemical, right? And that feel-good chemical does help with stress relief. Something good that you can do when you wake up in the morning, go outside, you know, definitely maybe put on a jacket and some socks and shoes, but go outside, take in a couple breaths of that crisp, cold air, and then go back inside. You don't have to be out there that long. It's going to help with mental clarity, bring in some focus, definitely reduce some stress. It's similar to, like if you ever had a shower gel, like citrus shower gel, and you shower with it in the morning and it kind of just wakes you up, right? Or for me in particular, when I make coffee at home and I get that first whiff of the coffee, like that fresh coffee, especially, oh my goodness, if I grind the beans at home, it's just like that not that it's not just like wakes you up. It's like it wakes you up and you're just like, oh yeah. Okay, I made it back home and let me look. I did 4.3 miles around the city. Not too bad. And I didn't get cold not once. Like I said, my fingers got a little cold, but nothing else. I just wanted to sit down and really explain why I pushed myself to do that. As I mentioned earlier, I do not like being cold. Like it is like one of the worst things for me. Like I don't like it at all. But a lot of times I push myself out of my comfort zone really just to show myself that I can. And I encourage everyone, if you're listening, to do that every once in a while. It is so important for us to step outside our comfort zone. One, it helps to build resilience, but it why I do it, it shows me that I am capable of a lot of things that my ego may tell me that I'm not, right? My ego wants me to be comfortable. It wants me on a cold day to stay at home and turn on my space heater and cuddle up on the couch, right? Um, and don't get me wrong, sometimes I do that. But it's also important sometimes to push myself to do things that is out of my comfort zone. Um, and fear tells us not to do those things, right? Fear says it's cold outside. If you go outside, right? Well, fear's gonna say, oh my goodness, you can get frostbite, you can X, Y, and Z, it's so cold outside, right? Like all these different things that we can come up with, right? Reasons to avoid going out in the cold. But when we push ourselves beyond the fear, we show ourselves like, hey, that didn't kill me. I'm okay. So then the next time fear comes up, you can be like, you know what? The last time I felt fear, it turned out being okay. Fear is a normal emotion, right? We're going to have fear surrounding change. Right? I deal with fear. I think a lot of people that interact with me think that I don't feel fear because I'm the type of person, like, I'm going to conquer my fear. So people just assume I don't feel it, right? I have fear when it comes to change, just like everyone else. I've had fear surrounding moving to a new place, changing jobs, leaving a relationship, getting into a relationship, right? I have fear surrounding all those types of things, just like everyone else. But because oftentimes I push myself out of my comfort zone for small things like going out in the cold, right? Not really a big thing. But because I push myself in those areas, when fear comes up for a big change, I'm able to be like, you know what? I'm going to be okay. I trust what God has in store for me. I'm going to be okay. So like I mentioned earlier, my goal is to go on at least 2 hikes a month, if not more. So definitely please subscribe and join me on my next one. Y'all have a good day.